Early on, I realized that I did not want to choose between just playing or just singing or just writing, and so I've always found it interesting to do all of them, but it can be a challenge to keep up on them. I think the fact that I chose saxophone turned out to be smart in that saxophone, compared to, say, trumpet or certain instruments that use a brass embouchure, you can get away with not playing the saxophone for a few days and still feel okay. And I try to sing a little bit every day. You know, the other part that of course comes in is just doing business every day. I think some days I spend more time doing emails and phone calls and things, like we all do, right? But I find a way to give a little bit to each day, and it varies from day to day. But I'm glad that I've had a chance to do all of them. And my group, New York Voices, in particular, really allowed me to do all of those things under the same umbrella. Which vocal groups have influenced my work? There's a lot of them. I would say the first one that I was introduced to was the Manhattan Transfer. And from there, I started listening to Lambert Hendrickson Ross, the Singers Unlimited, and some of the earlier groups like the High-Lows, the Modernaires, and then some other groups that came along around the same time as New York Voices that I've really paid particular attention to are the Real Group from Sweden, and also Take Six, because they're just wonderful to listen to. So those are probably some of the groups that I really paid attention to the most. But I think I equally was influenced by instrumental jazz. As a saxophonist, I listened to a lot of big bands, fusion groups, and things like that. So the Rob McConnell big band from Canada, from Toronto, was one in particular I always listened to. I was big fans of the Brecker Brothers and also the Yellow Jackets. So there's been a lot of influences, as well as solo vocalists like, Ella Fitzgerald and, the usual list. But yeah, a lot of different things have influenced my work and the New York Voices. My sax playing is a big part of my singing, no doubt. I don't know if it makes me better. It makes me who I am, in that my sense of how I approach singing is always influenced by my knowledge of harmony and improvisation and music theory and all the things that instrumentalists tend to practice, and so that just naturally comes into the way I sing, and especially the way I improvise when I'm scat singing. Because of that, I've actually also had to work oftentimes harder to remind myself of what a singer is and remember how to embrace the lyrics and think of it from that sensibility, because as an instrumentalist I tend to oftentimes be in that other zone. So, but it's definitely been a huge part of what makes me sing the way I do. The trio that I'm working with, wonderful musicians based here, they've worked really hard in preparing, and we had a nice rehearsal yesterday. It will be my first chance to perform in front of an Argentine audience, but I'm really looking forward to it. I hope they enjoy the music, and I hope it's not the last time. I hope we can come back again. I hope to bring all of New York Voices next time. That would be fun as well. So it should be a good time. You take the first solo, okay? One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. I was blue and I was always wearing a frown because my gal had turned me down. Then we met and you can bet I knew from the first you were my love, and that's when the old gray cloud burst. My heart really flew the day you caught my eye. I hope that we two will never say goodbye. Clouds of gray have silver linings when they're reversed. I found your love, and that's when the old gray cloud burst. I'm gonna tell you about your love, and then you're kissing and you're hugging and a sweet turtle dove and pretty baby. I won't be satisfied till I hear play. Here comes the bride. Listen to me, baby, and I hope you made me sort of the story. It's terrific with you. I gotta find a way of telling you. Really go for you. Hope you really do believe me, cause I certainly do. Cause it's thrilling me, really, really thrilling me. When they tell me that you probably got a crying, a crush on me. It moves me, proves me. How divine can one woman be? Oh, little darling, you got me falling. You got me goofy and gay. I'm gonna get carried away. Just think you're gonna be mine someday. Oh, let's spin a little, talk a little, stop a little, walk a little, live a little, love a little. Maybe we can pop a little, baby. Every time you're oh so near, nobody's nothing like you, dear. Let's talk a little, tease a little, pop a little, squeeze a little, try a little, sigh a little. Maybe we can fly a little bit. Gonna tell you the truth, cause I love it, and that's it. Cause I love it, baby, 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 with all my heart. Ooh, listen to me when I say a little loud, little ladies, get away, because I know, pretty baby, I know, pretty baby, I know you're the one, yes, you're the one I knew when I met you, when to break to get ya. Take a look at me, boy, take another look, take another look, take another look, take another good long look at me. I open my eyes and now I see clouds of gray have silver linings when they're reversed. I found your love, and that's when the old gray cloud burst. That's when the old gray, that's when the old gray cloud burst. Skylark, have you anything to say to me? Won't you tell me where my love can be? Is there a meadow in the mist where someone's waiting to be kissed? Oh, Skylark, have you seen a valley green with spring, where my heart can go a-journeying over the shadows and the rain
to a blossom-covered lane, and in your lonely flight, haven't you heard the music in the night? Wonderful music, faint as a will-o'-the-wisp, crazy as a loon, sad as a gypsy.